What's up, everybody? Back with another one. Just wanted to start off with some news. Season 13 coming up real soon. Really soon. And so people are talking about what to do with the improvements. Anything they want to add to the game, anything that they want to see in the upcoming season, which I think is pretty late. How you gonna ask for stuff right at this moment? But all right. So one of the things that's being talked about right now is hop up, being that the kinetic feeler was a new hop up for season 12. I don't think they've ever had that before, though. I should look that up if there's any history on that, but I don't think there is. This is for like the peacekeeper and the triple take, which I actually think was good for certain purposes when especially sliding, because that's what it's for, sliding and reloading pretty fast. So I thought that was always pretty good. Not a big peacekeeper fan myself, though I do understand its importance. I used it more when it came to triple take, and so it did have a sense of importance and uniqueness to it. So I thought that was cool. And so uniqueness, keeping that in mind. People are talking about specifically on Reddit. It looks like that the Mastiff should get its own hop up. Personal opinion: don't use Mastiff. Don't really care. It is a powerful gun, probably still. I haven't used it in a long time because it's just not. I'm a EVA 8 fan more than that. I'm even more of a Mozambique fan than that. So, but here's the idea to kind of, I think, to make Mastiffs more attractive is that the hop up doesn't regularly. If you don't know, the Mastiff shoots horizontally. I think it's about 4 shots simultaneously. Doesn't say here. I know I saw it, but instead of shooting just horizontally, when you put in the hop up, it's used vertically, which I think would be cool, because if you hit your shots right, you're hitting someone leg, lower torso, upper torso, and head all at the same time, and that could just knock somebody down even faster. So that's definitely pretty cool. So great idea, and you could toggle the option back and forth, or just, I mean, once you have it, then you keep it on, but you could just throw it in your bag, in your backpack, just to take it off. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but I think toggle is always the best, because I think toggling in any gun is the best thing to do when you're using a hop up, or if you're doing the standard like in the car. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the Mastiff, but I'd probably use it more often, to be honest with you, or at least not turn it down in comparison to other guns. But pretty cool. Having a hop up that shooting for the Mastiff changes to vertical. The next one being that the players want the POI area, this infamous cage area. I don't know where they call this part of this map. Let's see if this thing says. Everybody knows the big giant tower in the center of the map. I forgot the area. It's in the valley, right in the middle. It's a lot of people's favorites, to be honest with you. It's not my favorite. I think it's actually pretty. The loot isn't actually any good anymore. It stopped being good a long time ago. But they're saying that a lot of campers go there. Again, I don't go there. I avoid that place as much as I avoid the center cage where the prowlers are in Storm Point. I avoid certain places because there's no point in actually going there. If you have to, run through it, get in, get out, and move on, because essentially it's a kill box. It's a kill zone, and you're either a camper trying to shoot everybody down, or you're a sniper trying to shoot everybody down, or you're too busy trying to getting the hell out of there. So don't waste your time. Just leave unless you love the place, and if you do, well, have fun. Good for you. Personally, I don't. And so there's talking about changing it so it's not a place for campers. I disagree. I say certain places are good for campers, certain places are good for movement, certain places are good for all kinds of other ways of doing things. That's why Octane's area looks different from this. The cage area looks different from Crypto's area, looks different from Caustic's area. They all have their ins and outs. differences and their benefits and positives. And I don't think you really need to change it just because a type of player has a better ability to win in a fight. I think you should change it because it looks like crap and it needs to be changed and upgraded because it hasn't been changed since, well, hell, I don't know when, because for like 5 or 6 seasons now it hasn't been changed. And I think before that, if I remember correctly, they didn't have that. There was something else there. That's another thing. What the history of that area is. So that would be cool to find that out. And last thing for the news today before I start playing, there is the topic of worst gun. So apparently this is a topic that's been going around where what's the worst gun in the game. I mean, not really sure what would be the worst topic in the game. Let's see. Because I think they all have their positives. Like, everybody hated the Mozambique until they realized Mozambique was good in their arenas. And then they loved Mozambique. Especially, they realized it was good in arenas with the hammer point. And it taught people how to use it in regular BR. And they loved it. Another gun people like to mention is the Havoc because of that. The kickback is really bad. And also that delay that happens when you shoot the gun. Honestly, the delay is on purpose because the gun is actually super powerful, and if you aim your shots correctly, I don't care who you're shooting it at, they're going down. So it's a pretty powerful gun, just like the Devotion is a super powerful gun, just like the Spitfire. And so Havoc, P20, Mozambique, and trying to think. I mean, nobody talks about the bow check, to be honest with you. But going by what I see here, they're saying the P2020 is the worst gun in the game. Now, that argument I guess I could agree with, because honestly, does it have the hop up? I'm not sure if it does. When it had the hop up, oh, they just kicked me out. When they had the hop up, I try to beat the news before it actually kicks me out. When they had the hop up, it actually did do well. I don't think it does anymore. I'll double check right now while I'm playing, grab one up and see if it does, because it's not a gun that I actually go for. It's a gun you use right at that moment when you first jump down and there's nothing else and you hope that you win. But to me, it's the worst pistol and probably possibly the worst gun. I'm gonna say the Bocek because I'm not a Bocek fan. I tried. I've seen videos where people are awesome with the Bocek. I'm just not a fan, and I don't care about it. So I'd probably say either that or the Bocek are tied for worst. But I do see why. I get it, but maybe a better pistol needs to be made. A different one. Not a 20, but like a 45, 38, some sort of larger gun, but smaller than the Wingman. Larger than the P20, smaller than the Wingman, or at least there's a gun in. This is not in any game that I can think of right now. There's a gun in a movie. It's called it might be either Face Off or another one where they have a double barrel gun. It might be from Dusk Till Dawn. They have a double barrel handgun. So it's different where you get the double barrels handgun, and so it feels different while still being a pistol, and it could definitely have a 30-30 repeater feel to it, and be something different, be smaller than the Wingman, or it doesn't have to be the Wingman, but different, a little bigger, like sort of a Desert Eagle in video game form. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the news. What's the worst gun in the game? Hey, what's going on? Man, you're Tattoo. What's going on, Tattoo? Because it's just off your name. It's not Tattoo. It's confusing. But yep. I told you I was coming back to do live streaming. So yeah. But this is the news first. So this is gonna be it for the news. But let me know what you think about what's the worst gun for you, and if you agree with me about the P2020 and the Bocek being the worst guns simultaneously. One, because I don't use it, and P20s because it's just a necessity. It's not really like your first choice, at least not for me. Yep, thank you. I'm glad I'm back too. And thank you, thanks, man. And so, and the other news was whether or not you think there needs to be a change to the what they call the infamous cage. Though I don't know if that's necessarily the name. I think that's just the social name. That's not really the name on the map. They need to change this area where the cage is. Like I said, it's an upgrade that's needed because the map needs to be upgraded all the time, not just every season, every mid-season. I think there should be changes on the map. There's only so many maps. It's not that much, to be honest with you, though I'm glad it's growing. Maps need to be changed all the time. And as a matter of fact, I also think there should be times where there's map going back, blast from the past maps, like meaning going back to the first map exactly how it was the first season it came out. It would be awesome if it was like that. Not just bringing back Skulltown because it's a favorite, but also bringing it back because how it looked when it first came out, which if you don't know, it did look way different. And then going back to the first story, which was the Mastiff, and adding the hop up that turns the shooting vertical as opposed to its normal way of shooting, which is horizontal, which I think is a great idea. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's gonna be it. Let's see if there's anything else I know I want you to be like disrespecting Slender. I don't actually what's up, Earl? I don't know Slander. There's just, I guess Slander is a guy who comes on and chats with Dr. Disrespect while he live streams all the time, because I think that stuff is actually pretty cool. There's other people who I watch, not gaming streamers, but like other YouTubers who do stuff like that, and I think that's also pretty cool too, having a direct conversation while on stream. So yeah, but again, he plays with him as well. Oh, that's pretty awesome. See, that is definitely awesome. So by the way, Earl, if you're wondering who I'm talking to, you can't see them because they're on Facebook. So that's Tattoo, who I also play with as well, and I'm multi-stream. If you don't know, I'll sign in Apex and play a few games. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna jump into pubs. Let me know when you get in, and I'll jump in on the next one with you. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can stay on Facebook if you want. There's no favorite. It's either way. Earl, you play with me too. Did you change your name, Earl? I'm trying to think. Who's Earl? Wait a minute. I can't remember. You must have changed your name. Cookie, there you go. See, there you go. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, Cookie, I've played with you a little bit too, but yeah, they started live streaming again. I don't think I was live streaming last time we played. I think I was telling you I was gonna probably do it soon, or just. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to be Bloodhound. But yeah, oh, you got the emojis too.
This is your champion.
So yeah, in case anybody else is watching, then I multi-stream Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and probably some other ones that I can't remember at the moment, but it's on there. And thanks for watching, and let's just jump right into it. See what we're gonna do. Well, that was interesting. I wanted to keep it silent the whole way instead of commenting all the way through, but Octane and Lifeline arguing and not being friends anymore. I mean, if you've been here since the beginning, that's like true relationship right there. I mean, people always write about that. And then Lifeline and Maggie at the end there becoming friends. She wants to burn things down. Well, obviously, if you read the comics, I think in season 6 about AJ Shea, the Lifeline's family, they were a weapons family. They made a lot of weapons, as he said there. Her mother and father, and so they're saying the mother is going to be the president. Interesting. So there's a lot going on in this comic. If you follow through, there's a lot of changes that they really don't go back to, but I feel like they're in the comics themselves. So on Dark Horse Comics, the real paper comics that you can get online, on the merchandise website, or I think on Amazon. They maybe update there. I didn't get those yet, so I'm not sure, but I do follow along with these comics and do update to find out what's going on, because I like the lore. And if you do like the lore as well, I have a second channel, Ready Player 2, lore and stories, to post the videos, anything having to do with things on the side that may come up and you want to know why certain things happen. That's where I post it. So this will be on there as well. I already did the first 4 chapters. I'll put it all together and put it up on my second channel. And if you weren't here at the beginning, I did the news and I went over the Mastiff, what's the worst gun, and should they change the cage area. So you can go back to the beginning there, and I'll try to cut it so that I'll have a new section on my first channel. Anyways, that's gonna be it tonight. I think this one's kind of a long one. Ooh, about 3 hours. Whoa. Let's see what the official time is. Can I check that? Let's see. Oh, right, because I stopped and started playing again. I forgot. I think it was about 3 hours, to be honest with you. Anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. As always,